Welcome, welcome. Excuse me. Welcome. I am according to MJ. This is Messy Monday. We have a lot to talk about today. Let me know that you can hear me okay. But we do have a lot to talk about today. It's been a lot going on in these YouTube streets this past weekend with, let's see, you got Crystal and Karazin, aka the Pink Pill versus Crystal Swirlz. Then you got CK, aka the Pink Pill versus Jessica X. We have Chillin with Walt, genuinelynesha, and a tea that a little birdie left in my comments last night regarding her. So let's get into it. Be sure to like the stream, share it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So I don't know what you all want to start with. You can let me know if you want to start with the CK and Crystal Swirlz drama, or the CK and Jessica X drama. If you want to start with Chillin with Walt, let me know in the comments, because it's YouTube is the internet has not disappointed this weekend. It has been very interesting to see. I do want to say, I know I've been getting a lot of feedback regarding the last video I posted, which is about hypergamy as it relates to genuinelynesha and Chillin with Walt, because I said they were in Vegas. I thought, because I was watching the live when they were in the casino, I asked, no one answered. I just assumed they were in Vegas, so my bad, but no harm intended. The intent of that video was to show that she's living a hypergamous lifestyle, right? She's with the man that I guess Walt must be doing okay on YouTube. Obviously, look like she got her hair done, the lashes, the one about to fall off, but you know, outfit on. Her channel has blew up. I think her channel was able to become monetized based on her affiliation with B-Love's brother, Chillin with Walt. So when you look at it that way, it's definitely been a level up for her. Hey, Dale, what's up? Yes, it's always a lot of drama to go around on these YouTube streets. That's for sure. I'll go ahead and get into this CK Pink Pill. You know what? Let me start with Jessica X and Crystal and Karazin. I caught some of this live stream. I think it was it yesterday or Saturday with I think his name is Eddie. You know his name, Dale, Eddie, Adheem or Eddie. He's a content creator. He tells women that they should consider their options and not just limit their relationships to Black men. And I think he's with, he's living a hypergamous lifestyle. Eddie, okay, well, however you say it. I hope you're having a good evening. But when I clicked on there, I saw that Jessica X was on there. Like, oh boy, with CK. Now, CK to me is a very interesting figure. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Crystal Karazin, and I can explain why I don't like her. I don't know her personally, but her online persona, I do have a problem with. I think she trauma bonds with her viewers. I think she spews a lot of negativity. And I find her content be problematic. I think she needs to, I'm trying to be objective here, but it's very difficult when it comes to Crystal and Karazin, aka the Pink Pill. And I have a video on this channel. Because I think a lot of her viewers are new to her, and they really need to know the truth about this woman. She's been on here for years, just being divisive, always crying. She's always the victim. So her and Jessica X were going back on his platform. I didn't really stay long on there. I clicked off because both, whatever. But I caught Jessica X live this evening, and that was interesting because she was playing back. Right. CK does throw rocks and hide her hands. And even this situation that happened with Saraya, the young lady in the UK, where Shira, I'm sure CK felt so empowered that she got a light-skinned woman to do her dirty work for her. Like she used Shira 7 to, be her little bulldog and go do her dirty work. Shira, if you're listening, you need to be careful with this CK character. She already threw you under the bus when she was on Eddie's channel. Everyone's always to blame but her. All right, so I'm gonna look at my notes. Like I said, there's a lot going on this weekend, so I'm just gonna kind of look at my notes here. But she definitely does throw rocks and hide her hands. So what I thought interesting this evening with Jessica X, she's still talking about the Soraya situation where Shira doxed her. And I know a lot of people feel like she was doxed. I don't feel like the young lady was doxed because she creates content under that name. I hope no one found her address or tried to, contact her home or her employment, because some people just do too much on YouTube. And I don't understand why people can't just leave their disagreements or disputes here on YouTube. So I don't agree with that. JX, Jessica X, she comes out very judgmental to me. I didn't know she was 25, so she's a young woman. So, she sees the world differently, being someone in her 20s. But I got to give her credit. JX has CK down. CK is a problem, and she really needs to get help or therapy, whatever. She is toxic. She's bad news. She's always trying to befriend someone. Like she tried to befriend Kevin Samuels, Shira. Like, lady, get whatever. So what I noticed initially from Jessica X playing back the interview is that CK didn't waste time in throwing Shira under the bus. She said that she didn't really agree with what she did, but they dealt with it offline, of course, whatever. I'm gonna mute for a second. Okay. And also Jessica X mentioned, I'm just going over the tea from this weekend. She mentioned that Crystalline told people to mass flag her channel. I didn't see the proof of that, but I don't really think that didn't happen because CK does stuff like that. And within this live that Crystalline was on the panel with Eddie and Jessica, she's about to cry, talking about she risked her life for Black women. Like, she is just so like, lady, your tears don't work on us. We're not men. So all that manipulative crying and stuff she does, like, I see right through her. And I'm going to link my video when this is over because people really need to see the truth about Crystalline Cares, and she is toxic. Rumor has it she's not even married anymore. Whatever reconstruction she's done on her face, she needs to stop. I think even the things that's going on with her daughter, she's the cause of it. I remember when she was on Tommy's show, like she was bragging, like, yeah, my baby daddy don't pay for my daughter extracurricular, so she can't go. Meanwhile, her mixed kids get to do their activities. Like, this lady is a true narcissist. She is sick. She's like the most toxic manosphere. She's the equivalent. To me, she's the equivalent Tommy Sotomayor. She should not be taken seriously. Dale, you said that those tears don't work on you either. No, she's manipulative. She thinks she can just cry her way. Like, bitch, no, that's not going to work. All right. And even when they brought up the Chad Wheeler situation, Chad Wheeler has nothing to do with Black men. Black men did not beat up that woman. The justice system will handle it. I don't even understand why content creators are even entertaining this foolishness. That's not Black men's fault. They need to stop. So what Crystalline said that I thought was interesting when she was doing her debate with Jessica X. Now, Jessica X, she just talks and talks. She does do her little diatribes, but Crystalline was saying that Black women experience so much abuse at the hands of Black men. And she said that Black men are 8% of the population in the United States, but that 35% of Black men are in prison. And, she doesn't really look at what's behind those statistics, like racism and all those things. None of that matters to Crystalline. Whenever she has an opportunity to throw Black men under the bus, she's going to take it. What I thought was funny when Jessica X said unemployed men are the men that beat up women. So I don't know if that's true. I haven't really researched that statistic, but I would give her credit for, and that's probably why a lot of men resonate with Jessica X, because she doesn't really throw them under the bus. I think some of it's disingenuous, but I notice a lot of men come to my channel and feel like a lot of them have the same common comments that they don't feel like they're being heard. So she listens to the pain and the concerns of men. So I could see why they gravitate toward her channel. So Crystal was basically trying to say that Black men are violent, and all Black men are not violent. But Jessica was just going on to say that unemployed men are the perpetrators of domestic violence. So she was telling women they need to vet better and not be with men that are unemployed. And it's not that simple. And when you deal with vetting a partner, you can vet till you blue in the face. You cannot predict everyone's behavior. You cannot predict everything. That's life, right? Like, life isn't perfect. You have to take a risk. You know, probably vet, say, okay, he seems like a cool partner, but you can't say definitively that this person is not going to abuse you or cheat on you. You cannot control people. So to me, that shows how young Jessica X is. That was a very naive thing to say. All right. So I found Jessica to be very condescending. She was making fun of Crystalline's age. But it's because of Crystalline, I kind of was like, oh, drag her somewhat, because Crystalline, it's just, why go on these people's platform? It's like she just sits online all day, finds someone talking about her or talking about her, this pink pill, this swirling, this divestment, and gets on the panel. To me, Crystalline wants the approval of others, but what she doesn't realize, you cannot control people. You cannot control someone's perception of you. You know, Dale, you're aware of her past. You know, her past is negative. And for her to say that she tells Black women to be open to all races, I remember back in the day, she was telling Black women to date white men. She wasn't talking about all races. So we haven't forgotten her message. And a lot of her audience does seem to have a great disdain for Black men, and that they do seem to hate Black men. So, you know, it was interesting. Jessica's, her approach, like she stays calm when Crystal was getting all worked up, about to cry. So, you know, Jessica, her approach was interesting. So who are you saying the female Derek Jackson, Jessica or Crystalline? I'm imagining you saying Jessica, since, because Derek to me comes off disingenuous, like, and I'm going to put the StreamYard link soon if you all want to come on. But Derek is so fake, like, but I will give him credit. He is married to a Black woman, you know, so I'll give him credit for that. But he's so disingenuous, and it's a turnoff. So if you all want to come on and talk about this YouTube drama, feel free. All right, so that's pretty much what Jessica did today. Eddie, I noticed the part I heard, I think Saturday, Sunday, he was kind of just letting the women, okay, that's fine. Letting the women, you know, kind of go through their debate. So he kind of let them do their thing. And Jessica did make a good point. She says a lot of women's problem is not that, and I hate to be saying this, but Jessica does make some valid points. A lot of women's issue isn't the race of man they're dating. A lot of our issues is our own issues that we need to resolve. You know, you can run from man to man, but if you haven't resolved your own issues, healed from your trauma, you'll literally be with the same person in a different body. So, you know, CK preaches this. It's okay, Dale. No worries. That, you know, if you get with another race of man, your life will be just okay and roses, and that's not necessarily the case. Life doesn't work like that, obviously. But I don't like how they're using the Chad Wheeler situation to blame Black men when Black men have nothing to do with it. I don't like that one bit. Excuse me. So let's move on to the Crystal Swirlz versus Crystalline Kerosene. The pink pill's just been taking L's and getting knocked out left and right. So when I watched, I was doing my hair yesterday, and I was having, that just made my hair wash day go by so fast. Watching Crystal Swirlz. I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch her content a lot because I'm not a divester. Excuse me. I'm not a divester at all. That's not my thing. I don't knock anyone, but that's not my thing. So she was basically saying, and she's very animated, but she was like, y'all fat women come over here because Crystalline, that little skinny beat, you know, a lot of your audience is fat, Crystalline, but you want their money. Y'all fat women come over here because I got 2 bags. I mean, she was going on and on. And she's right. Crystalline is fake. And she said she got a 60-inch behind, so she don't have a problem getting a man or bag. Crystal said she had 2 bags, so I thought that was funny. I'm gonna be honest, I just love to see Crystalline getting dragged because she's so toxic. She's so toxic. And she tries to act like she's innocent, and I'm so disappointed to see Shira align with this lady. She's just trouble. So Crystal Swirlz was like, yeah, I'll help y'all fat. You know, she curses a lot, but she was like, I'll help y'all big girls come over here. So that was interesting to see because Crystalline, what Crystal was saying is as Crystalline says that you have to be skinny, you gotta look a certain way to get a white man or other race. And she has said that, like she said, you gotta be feminine and submissive. I'm like, don't all men desires those traits? Is it just white men, you know? And I think deep down, Crystalline does desire a black man because we haven't forgotten about her Angel Ramirez drama, Angel Ramirez Jordan drama. Also, you know, trying to be friends with Kevin Samuels. Or perhaps she's just about her bag, you know, trying to make money from anybody. But she just go around crying everywhere. She's just irritating. So were you able to catch that drama deal with Crystal Swirlz and CK? Also about the show today Jessica X did, this woman got on the panel and I'm glad they checked her. She was blaming, you remember the Asia McGowan situation that happened? I think in 2009, a young lady was murdered. And a guy, both of them were content creators on YouTube. This woman got on Jessica's panel trying to blame the Black Manosphere for that. Like the Black Manosphere didn't even exist. I don't even think Tommy was on YouTube in 2009. I don't recall seeing him. I remember, like, you know, Sergeant Willie Pete, Solo TV 84 might have been around. I remember Sergeant Willie Pete. Yeah, it happened in Michigan. I think David Carroll, like Painless Rising, those characters. But you can't blame those men for what this fool did. You can't. I don't think that's fair. So CK audience is just toxic. They're just toxic. I understand, you know, hurt. We all dealt with hurt, pain, trauma. But at some point, you got to say, you know, I'm going to heal from this. I'm not going to let this consume me. Because you're really shortchanging yourself when you do that. So I'm glad that the panel or the people in the comments corrected her, because that happened like 12 years ago. There was no Black Manosphere at that time. And if you all want to get on the panel and talk about the YouTube happenings, feel free. I'm going to post the link again. So also Oshay Duke Jackson, I know he's been taking a lot of heat. You know, oh, hi, Warren. So you said CK said she leave. Yeah, thank you for reminding me that. I try to write notes because, you know, yes, I hope she leaves. That would be great. We should have a party if she leaves. But we know that she is a narcissist, just like Sansa Ray. So she's not going to leave. If she does leave, it'll be for a month or so. That bitch, excuse me. That woman's not going anywhere. She's very manipulative. She's a narcissist. She's not going anywhere. Like, this gives her life. This gives her life. Like, she's so happily married that she was sending Angel Ramirez Jordan photos. Like, you know, all that femininity swirling's clearly not working for her. So, but you know what's interesting with Oshay Duke Jackson, he got his father involved. Hey, I Bramble Bush, what's up? she got her, Oshay got his dad involved to do a statement for him. And that's sad that he had to get his father, who was recovering from, I think, hip surgery. So a warning, you said she's going to change her mind. I thought I'm doing it. Yeah, CK, she's not going anywhere. She's just very dramatic. She needs attention. She needs a therapist chair, which is not, I'm not saying it to shade her. She needs help. Dale, you said CK's like Jason, always coming back. Yeah, she's not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere. I think the Crystal Swirlz situation made her say she's leaving. I saw some screenshots. I'm like, that girl's not going anywhere. Warns. Oh, Satan Center docs his father? Oh my. Why? I know his father showed like his driver's license, and I know it's like a Louisiana driver's license, a California driver's license. That's so unfortunate. I don't know why people have to do the doxing. Why can't they just... Now, I don't like how Shay is friends with Sinful the P. Warren, Eyebrow Bush, everyone, you are aware that Sinful is a convicted sex offender. Like, he got a 13-year-old kid pregnant. This guy is a predator. This pimp guy is a real predator. The court case was on YouTube, the court video. Like, this guy is a predator. And they did a DNA test on the child. It was his child. He claimed the girl gave him a fake ID, perhaps, whatever, it doesn't change the outcome. But this guy is a predator. He's I guess government will call him a human trafficker. No, Warren, Oshay Duke Jackson, he's friends with a Sinful the P. You know that, y'all seen that pimp guy? He looks like, kind of like a bull dagger, as we would say in the South. He kind of like a stud, but he's a dude. He be wearing these suits. Yeah, Sinful the P, yes. Yes. This guy's a sex offender. He got a child pregnant. Excuse me, drinking my orange juice. So, you know, I kind of got a side eye Oshay for that. I get Oshay likes to, you know, build relationships with the black male content creators, and that's great, but Sinful need to pray. Sinful got a little trifling ass pass. It's kind of hard to, I don't know how you explain that away. I really don't. So, yeah, he is a pimp, and he pimps little girls, and that's so unfortunate. I'm going to post a link again for any of you want to get on here and chat about the YouTube drama, or if you've seen some drama that I haven't seen. So yeah, Oshay, I noticed when he was like on GMT, like I think the guy named Grandmaster Troll, he was on all these channels like, yeah, I make more money than y'all and blah, blah, blah. But clearly you're triggered. Clearly you're bothered because you're going around trying to do damage control from this Saint and Sinner guy. From what I saw, the Saint and Sinner guy was in Brazil saying the women don't look that great down there. So is that really what caused their little conflicts? Is that all that caused the conflict? Because Oshay is very bothered. Also, I had a visitor. I made a video about Solo TV 84 because he was dragging my girl Snackery, and he came over. He left a comment on my channel, but he said I was clout chasing, but it didn't really help my channel to mention him much. It really didn't help me at all. I saw some of the clip. He had the guy, I think his name is Dark One. He got on a panel I did last week, and I saw that he was on Solo's show. I saw some of it. I didn't watch it all. But someone told me he deleted the stream he did in response to me, so I don't know what he said. All right, so are you guys, see, I like to watch mukbangs. So I don't know if you all know the mukbangers, like B Loves Life. She's a big mukbanger. And she has some siblings that also are mukbangers, like Adrian Slaves Variety, and Chillin with Walt is her brother. He has a lot of, I'm gonna call it drama, but his life is interesting because he left he had a girlfriend down in Nashville or wherever he was, Memphis, wherever he was in Tennessee. Let me fix that because they're gonna get mad at me and correct me. They were in Memphis. He broke up with her, so he's back in Milwaukee. He has a new girlfriend and a little birdie. Oh, hold on 1 second. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, MJ?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Yeah, so I want to talk about the Chad Wheeler thing.
Okay.
So like, I know like in the beginning, when it was reported
Mm-hmm.
the Chad Wheeler, I think the Divest Twitter and the Manosphere kind of like got into a clash behind this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the beginning, when the whole thing got reported, everybody was real supportive of the girl, and everybody was just like, in the beginning, everybody was just like, how come they were just wondering how come this Chad Wheeler didn't get like prosecuted? How come the media wasn't talking about it? Everybody was upset about that.
Right.
Everybody was upset about the crime, but what the way he did,
Mm-hmm.
how he beat her up so bad. Then everybody was like, well, how come the media ain't talking about this? And then and that was like good, like the good first couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Then somewhere along the line, Divest Twitter and they started bashing like the black men, talking about how come the black men ain't protecting the and all of a sudden it's black men fault, and I was like, I was like, what's up with that? And then like the Manosphere started bashing black women because they was like, oh, she's with a white boy, blah blah blah, and I thought that was kind of messed up. And in the beginning everybody was all like talking together, and then you know um I think the Vest Twitter kind of make it things more toxic though, because I seem like I was hearing more on their side first when I was more hearing more from them bashing black men before I was hearing the Manosphere really talking about like really before everybody was just saying like they need to the media need to cover this guy, and then I was
Mm-hmm.
hearing Twitter like attacking black men, which I thought was ridiculous because I'm like, what black men got anything to do with that?
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I know I saw on Twitter when Tariq Nasheed had posted it. He was like, "Why is in the media? Like you said, why is the media not talking about this?" And to see that woman's face, that
right.
guy, it looked like he wanted to kill that woman.
Mm,
But I don't understand how the divest ladies are blaming black men. I don't see the correlation whatsoever.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that
I was on this show that called in on the show. This guy, he had a show, I think it was Honest Truth,
mm-hmm.
and he had a show with a bunch of diverse people on there,
Oh,
and all they was doing was tagging the Manosphere, and I was like, and everything they was talking about was just like, it's just ridiculous. I mean, like, it was just like, well, why, what does any of this have to do with, black men, and why aren't you, you women holding yourself accountable for choosing these men? I mean, us men, we got to be accountable when we choose horrible women. You
okay.
know,
Mm-hmm.
we got to be accountable for that. You know what I'm saying? And and that's one part of like what the Manosphere is talk about. Like, and say, look, you know, you got to choose better. You got to improve yourself. Men should supposed to improve yourself, get
Mm-hmm.
yourself up better. Make yourself the best person possible, and then choose better, and then choose the best, person that you want. You get the best, mate that you want.
Mm-hmm.
But if you start with yourself better. But then we don't. Then a lot of the vest Twitter, they were all saying, how come these black men, how come they, how come we choose these black men, and these black men they have babies and all these unwed mothers and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
my thing was, well, why aren't you, why are you having sex indiscriminately?
Mm-hmm.
Why not wait until you get married and then choose a husband? That way, a husband will stay with you. I'm kind of getting on and going on, kind of getting off on a tangent, but like I just don't understand, like the Kristen Clarazin and the divestment crowd, like, and I know some people on the Manosphere, on the Manosphere side, some of them can be kind of toxic too.
Mhm.
Like, um, you know, um, Donovan Sharp could go kind of, he could go kind of.
Yeah, he's scary.
he
He's scary to me.
he could get kind of harsh. I mean, Kevin, I think, is actually productive, but
Yeah.
some of them, they do kind of go.
You know
You know,
what? It's funny you brought up Kevin. Sorry to cut you off, but what do you think? I think that Kevin Samuels, KS, he, to me, he runs his platform very professionally. Like
hmm
it's like a whole like this media. Like to me, he has bigger aspirations than YouTube. His channel is like people love his content. Which I watched some calls recently. I was like, it is entertaining because the women that call in, I don't know if they're staged, but the women just like, sis, why are you calling him? So I like can't get mad. These people are calling him. They know, they know how he interacts with the women, but I feel like the Black Manosphere is going to get left in the dust. I remember when Kevin, I want to say I found his channel in 2019. It was much really small, well, smaller than it is now. And he would still be harsh, but it was just smaller. And some even then I would click off, oh God, here he go. Like I like when he talk about exercising and being your best self.
hmm
So I think Black women we do all come in different shapes and sizes, but you
Well,
know it seems like it's always big girls calling him. So,
I think his Kevin. I think his show is about um, resolving the problems between relationships between black men and women, and that's
mhm,
that's why I kind of like his show like the best most
okay.
because his more show is more productive. It's about his show is about confronting the problems that we have in our relationships.
Mhm,
And I mean he speaks more from what he tells them, but more so from what the black men are looking for.
mhm,
But he also, one thing he is true. His first 3 years, if you look at his earlier tapes, his first, 3 years of the videos, he was all about like talking about the men,
mhm,
building yourself up, self improvement for yourself. Yeah, I was following him before, like he kind of took off, but he was all about like self improvement. Then he started switched over to when he switched over to relationships. That's when, you know, um,
right.
he took off.
Mhm, yeah,
And I think that's what people more drawn to him is because he's more about relationships,
mhm,
about repairing relationships between people. Because I mean, you know, even as bad the way things are right now, everybody still wants deep down. Everybody still wants to be in a long term relationship. You know what I mean? They want to be in a productive long term relationship. Like the pump and dump. I mean, that's understand the theory and the thinking behind that. But I don't think long term that's not. I don't think that's healthy.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
I don't.
being killed, actually. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry, YouTube, but it could get someone hurt playing like that.
Right.
Mhm,
Yeah. I mean, and it's just it's not mentally healthy and it's not physically healthy. I mean, we got so many you know, too many like too many STIs going around and everything. You can't do that forever. You can't just randomly have sex anymore. You know what I mean? That's
mhm.
not the 80s, 90s anymore.
When
Even in
our parents were coming up, they just go get a shot.
right, right. And even in the 90s that was still, but I mean it's not as bad as today. I mean you just can't do that. And so, I mean the best thing you should do and which is best for society anyway is to have to build families, to build to pair bond with someone and have children and grow a family and that's
Right.
the healthy thing for society, you
Mhm,
know. And I think Kevin Morris, I think Kevin because he speaks towards that.
mhm,
I think he I think that's what people more are drawn to because they like I think even deep down behind deep down inside, we're all still all like instinctively drawn to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? To know that we should be pair bonding and grow families.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true. I know Dale left some comments here saying that I don't know if you're able to see it, but he said the Divest community did the same thing with Jason Pope. I think that's the white guy that was giving out HIV, right? He said
Oh,
they were saying why didn't I guess the divestors were saying why didn't black men do something? What can black men do for that? If you're having sex with a white man that had HIV, that's I mean, come on now.
oh, you talking about that DJ, the guy who was in was it Chicago or something like that?
I think I don't know. I'll have to Google him, but I
I think I
remember
know you're talking about.
he infected a lot of women, like a lot of.
Yeah, I think it was a DJ or something like that. I think that's yeah, a lot of women. Yeah, I think it was in Chicago. I think I can't remember the city, but yeah. I remember them. I remember the vest when they was attacking us about that, and I'm like, that made no sense to me. I'm like, well, I mean, the thing is, I don't understand. Like, as far as like divestment and like, I'm like, you know, I'm not one of the people. I'm not saying I'm not one of the people who's saying that you have to date within your own race. I think you should do whatever works for you.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? If you find somebody who's you know of another race and that person works for you,
Hmm.
fine, do that. You know what I mean? I think you know that should be for everybody. But I don't think that we should get into the point where we're bashing each other. You know what I mean? If you want to date you want to find somebody and you date a certain way, then that's fine. Do your thing, but don't be bashing. I don't agree. I don't agree with that on the men's side either.
Yeah,
Like a lot of people in the manosphere, they well, I want to date white women. Okay, do that.
yeah.
But there's no reason to talk bad about black women.
To me, it's not authentic because, like, with the divestors and the MGTOW men, or like you said, the men that want to date, I don't know what they call themselves and want to date other races of women. If
Hmm.
that's the case, mind your business, stay out of ours. We got this. But they're
Hmm.
always in, like, even Crystalline Cares, and she's always in black male spaces. Like,
Hmm.
she's not happy. And those divestors, and even the men's side, they're doing it to me, in my opinion. I'm not a professional, but I think it's out of hurt and pain, or maybe disappointment, bitterness. Because if you're truly happy, you're not gonna always be in a black male space, sending, I don't know if you know, like Crystalline sent this black content creator
Hmm.
photos, inappropriate photos of herself, and that's when she was still married. Like, you're not going to be behaving like that. And she, so I titled this video like "Divested Movement Imploding" because what happened this weekend between her and Jessica X and her and Crystal Swirlz, it's like they just seem like a joke. And I don't know if you were here when I was talking about, I could see why a lot of the men gravitate to Jessica X, because I notice on my channel I get a lot of comments from men, specifically on my Kevin Samuels videos, that they'll say like no one really listens to us, or they don't feel like they're being heard, and they can go over there and be heard. So I think that's an interesting, even like Kevin Samuels, they can go, that's a place where men opinion and feelings are validated. So what do you think of that?
Yeah, I think what you were saying, like I think like from divestment and even from like the manosphere side, it's like it does come from the ones who are like when they bash
Mhm.
women and black women bash black men. I think it does come from just like a disappointment or
Mhm.
like a bitterness. I think it's because we all want to it can make you and I went through a phase like that myself. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Um, it can make you it does make you angry, like especially when you're trying to find like someone, or when you're in a long-term relationship and it doesn't work out,
Mhm.
and because you want to pair bond with someone from your race. You want to pair bond. Like I'm most attractive. I've always been most attracted to black women.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And for a long time I wasn't even really thinking about dating other women races. Uh, but it wasn't until like I went through that phase of got out of a long-term relationship. I was really went through an angry phase, and I started dating outside my race. But once I started dating outside my race, I started realizing when I started dating other women, I started realizing that all these women, they all got their own different problems. I'm like, it doesn't matter. You're running from nothing because all women, Puerto Rican women, white girls, I ain't never dated Asian girls, but they all got issues. They all got their own things about them. You know what I mean? That now some of them you can live with, and some of them you can't. You know what I'm saying? Certain things. Like I find white girls to be more too manipulative. Personally, I find them to be too. I I, I don't really trust them.
Okay.
But um, but that's my, that's for me.
Mhm.
Um, but with black women, they a lot of them are just hard headed, man, and that's my thing with them. It's just like they really hard. A lot of them just really hard headed. A lot of them don't grow up with their fathers, and they just got issues. Um, Puerto Rican girls, they all right,
What do you
but
mean? Get it?
but they all got their own issues. You know what I mean? And but they should. But I don't. But we should be bashing everybody, like and that's like I said with the Twitter. I think they want to find a black man, and they're going through this angry phase because they like all the men they work they went out with, they dated, it didn't work out with them, they didn't find what they wanted, and so now they feel they angry because now they got to date outside, they got to date these white boys they don't really want, they just saying they do, but they don't really want them. They rather be with a black man, just like most black men, you know especially the ones that's angry, they don't really want to be with a white girl. They want to be with a black girl. They want a black woman,
Mhm.
and I think that's where the anger comes from. I mean, deep down.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So when you say you think black women are hard headed, what do you mean by that?
Well, a lot of them they just like they always trying to challenge men, man. They always like they don't take direction well. You know what I mean? Like you know um they when a man wants to lead the relationship, you know what I mean? Like me, I mean, my personally, I just speak for myself. I don't like to really like to repeat myself. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, pretty much on say it. You
Mhm.
know, I say what I mean what I say, and um, and it's just like with black women, they always like want to test you and like you know check to see if you really are who you say you are, or you really are who you are, and and if you're a serious man, you don't like games being played. You know what I mean? You just want to do what we're here to do.
Mhm.
And you know black women just seems to really do a lot of pushback. I mean, um,
So let me ask you about this, because Jessica X mentioned it this evening. She said that black women pick wrong, and let's see, hold on one second. Yeah, she said they pick wrong, but what do you think about that? Do you think that's true that women are picking the wrong partners and being frustrated because they're picking the wrong men?
yeah, I think so. Um, I mean, they picked I mean, you just see like they picking a lot of like the you can see with the high, you know, out of wedlock birth rate that we have, a lot of
Mhm.
single mothers, they just picking the wrong, men. I mean, there are a lot of black men out here who want to be fathers, who want to raise a family, And um, but then there's a lot of dudes who don't, and I think these, these women are picking these men who don't, and they picking these guys who, got out of jail, or they go on to jail,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just picking wrong. Like they're not, everybody, every dude who's who's going to college and who got a career and all like that, that don't mean he's soft. You know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
and a lot of a lot of chicks out here, women out here, they especially black women, they get the, they get it, they get that they get it mixed up. Like, just because a dude is going to college, that don't mean he's soft. You know what I mean? That don't mean he's soft. Just because dude is, you know, that because dude is an architect or he got a career, that don't mean that, he's weak on these streets or nothing like that. It's just he's smart enough to not, you know, sell drugs. He's smart enough to know that, that ain't no future on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
There's no money there. That he rather make money the smart way.
Let me ask you
But
this:
also,
that
mhm,
you say you watch Kevin a lot, so what does he say as far as men are concerned? Because a lot of women feel like the brothers just are underachiever. So what does he say about that? Because when you talk about high value, most people don't make, I think the average year salary is certainly under $100,000. I think under $80,000. So what does he say about that? Does he talk about it?
who you said who Kevin?
Yes. Hmm.
Well, Kevin, I mean, well, see, that's what Kevin says. He thinks high value man is worth 100,000
Hmm.
professional. I mean, he has his image of high value.
Okay.
Um, I think he says $100,000, over $100,000 a year. Um, I don't know. He lists some other stuff.
Hmm.
My thought my idea of what he's high value is that um a man who has the qualities that a woman want. I mean, a
Hmm.
woman want a man who's confident, that she can feel safe, that he's gonna provide for it. And he's gonna provide it. And he's gonna protect it. You know what I mean? And also, a woman wanna feel like she wanna feel like, also a woman don't want to feel too safe. You know what I mean? With him. She don't want to feel like she could just get away with anything with him. You know what I mean? She don't want to do that she can push over. She want to do, that he's gonna check her, that he's gonna lead. You know what I mean? And that's my thing. That's my what I view as high value. A man who has the qualities that a woman want. Kevin, his is like, I think, yeah, like $100,000. He lists some. He says some other things too, but I can't remember what it is though. But
Okay. Yeah, I think those are high value qualities too. Like, my
yeah,
man's ambitious, successful. He loves his woman. Like, it seems simple, but it just seems like with the, at least here on YouTube, black women, black men, they're just so divisive. I don't
yeah,
understand why we can't, get it together.
yeah. Yeah. But hey, I'm gonna check out though. But it was good talking to you. I'm gonna stay listening in for a bit though.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for hopping on.
All right, no problem. All right, later.
Alrighty, thank you, I Wish, for hopping on. So I did put in a title about these mukbang people, so I need to address that, and then we can wrap up. But yeah, the divestment community needs a therapist chair, basically, to summarize that. So now, little birdie left me a comment on my channel today regarding Nisha from Genuinely Nisha. She is chilling with Walt's girlfriend, like, they so messy to do that. They created this channel just to be messy and leave that comment. So I I saw what they left me, but I'm like, okay, I really don't care. It's in her past. You know, we all have a past, but I'm gonna pull it up here because they deleted it. So they posted it and deleted it. So I have to go to my email because it's still there, of course. But do you all think Pink Pill's really gonna leave YouTube for good? I just don't see it happening because that's cap. That's what young people would say. And again, if you all chilling with Walt, people are listening because y'all were giving me a lot of smoke today. I'm sorry I said that they were in Vegas. They were at a casino where the purpose of my video was to show that Nisha is hypergamous, dealing with Walt. She leveled up, as Shira would say. So let me find the comment here, and I'm gonna read it. So bear with me one moment because I don't know if they know this Nisha girl because I'm like, to do all that, like, who really cares? Who really? I think they may know Nisha. They feel a way about her. I think they know her. Where is it? So, but yeah, they were in a hotel in Milwaukee. Where is it? My bad, y'all. So there you think CK will be back? Yeah. Did she take her channel? Is her channel still up? Let me look. She doesn't really add any value to me. She's like she's like fear mongers. Dale, she's live right now. She's live right now. Talking about let's talk about moving on. Yeah, I would play it, but I don't want anybody to strike my channel, so to flag it. Oh geez. When you need something, it's so difficult to find. Okay, what's today? Today the first. But they were really giving me grief about what I said about I had the wrong city. Like that's one thing about YouTube. I'm human. I never say I was perfect. You say one thing wrong, somebody gonna find it so they can just drag you for it. Darn it. What is it? This is a long comment to me. I screenshot it, but it's easier to look at it on my computer. I think I got it here. Okay. So this is a comment. Yeah, Dale. She's live right now on her Pink Pill channel. I thought she was leaving, but she has 1.1 thousand or 1,100 people watching her right now. Pinkies only. Let's talk about moving on. Like, whatever. Yep. Yep. Because I just feel like with her, CK, she's truly divested. Why she's always in black spaces. She always finds a way to be in black spaces. And even like just scrolling through her channel, some of our top videos like with Shira 7, no one really wants to. Because if she's so successful, her life will look different. So this divestment doesn't even work for her, and her weave and leave out never matches. You're so wealthy. Can you at least make your weave and leave out match textures? It's ratchet. All right, so this is a comment I was left from someone on my video. My video titled "Genuinelynesha living a hypergamous life with chilling with Walt." And I said, "Is hypergamy works?" I was kind of being sarcastic, but not really because she has leveled up. So someone said, "Here's the tea on Rasputia. Nisha attacked her ex because the ex side piece approached him and Nisha in the grocery store. And she went off on the ex and got a record. she didn't hurt him, I guess, but she put them paws on him. Female Ike Turner. I saw it on Nisha's live. Nisha got smart with somebody named Blue Lotus because Blue Lotus asked her why she was being rude to people. When Nisha got smart, Blue Lotus told her she would tell all of her business. So this Blue Lotus person has known her. Nisha kept talking crazy, so Blue Lotus spilled the tea. She posted Nisha had a criminal record, had a record for beating her ex in Pick and Save. I'm assuming that's a grocery store. And she said she was 37 years old and a cleaning lady. And she drove the getaway car after someone was stealing. And she had a profile on one of those talent websites trying to be an actress. Nothing wrong with that. And when she started telling Nisha's business, because it's public record, she got quiet and got off that live so fast. She dropped her name and everything, and her facts were all true. Her name is blah, blah. It's the link that says no slide title, Marshall Area Chamber of Commerce. So they left me a link to this PDF that had her information and her criminal history. So she has 3 records on it. It's on the video where Nisha had on that outfit with the ace on it towards the end, 51-minute mark. So I think she took out a video. I couldn't find it, but I did read the document. It was legitimate. So I'm thinking whoever's going around, I don't know if they just did it on my channel or they're going around any channel that talks about Nisha and Chillin with Walt, but it's her past. It is what it is. I mean, I don't really care that much, honestly. I think Nisha is using her association with Walt to grow her channel, which, hell, I do. But, who wouldn't? If you know him, somebody that's successful on YouTube that can help you grow your channel. Like I mentioned, her channel was not even monetized before she got with Walt. And she just smothers Walt like baby this, baby that. It's very interesting. So that's why I was joking. I said Walt is a high value man because these women just be trying to smother Walt. And let me know what y'all think about. If y'all familiar with Chillin with Walt, genuinelynesha, Sin City, like Sin City. I know people are saying she won't walk back. I don't really watch her, but the Nisha stuff is interesting to me. So somebody out here spreading Nisha criminal past. So I don't know, Walt, you better not do our girl wrong because she don't have no problem with, as this person said, putting them paws on a month, she don't have no problem with doing that. So a lot of people feel like Walt is a vagabond or a dusty, whatever. I wouldn't call him dusty. I just think he just live free. I mean, if she let him in her home, I don't think she have kids. I did see she had a wedding registry though. Whoever dropped that tea, y'all want to come on, I'll put the link in if y'all watching. But I did see that there was a wedding registry a few years old. So I don't know if her and the guy actually got married or not. But I tell you, y'all find anything. I am curious to know, why is Nisha heavily moderating Walt's comments like that? Even I can see if it's her channel, but even on his channel, she's moderating those comments like, girl, you need to fall back. This is not your husband. This is not your channel. So nobody's saying nothing. Like people, talking about her size or whatever, but clearly that's what Walt like, or that must be Walt like. I think she's pretty, but all they do is eat. It's not like they're doing anything life changing, but people watch them. So I'm not going to hate on it, but y'all think whoever is spilling Nisha's tea, is this the girl that was sleeping with her man? Do you think they know her? Because even when I saw her start doing videos with Walt, I never thought to like, oh, let me Google this girl. I just never really cared like that. So that's interesting that someone took it upon themselves to find her government name. That's why I think the person have to know her. They found her government name. They found her, I think, her Facebook, all on the World Wide Web. And some of these pictures she have taken is not a good look. But they're dragging, like, they have a problem with Nisha. So I don't know if they mad because she with Walt. If they really want to be with Walt, or what's really going on. It is crazy, Dale. Are you familiar with B Loves Life? She's the lady that I think it's called mukbang, but she eats like she has this big, humongous crab, studded out crab necklace. Like she's been able to retire. Her and her husband been able to retire and work on YouTube. It's amazing though. You think about like these people making six, allegedly seven figures on YouTube, just sitting in the front of the camera eating like that's dope. I can't even hate on it. Like I know a lot of people like to drag Shira Seven, but how can you hate on someone doing something that's fun to them and getting paid off of it? That's a beautiful thing. So so now I think they said Walt, okay, you don't follow it. I don't even eat like seafood like crab or lobster, shrimp, anything like that. But I was just so intrigued. It was recommended one day. I'm like, this woman, she had like this piles of lobster tails. And I found her on the site. They talk about her on the site and they drag her for filth, but she getting paid. So that's her brother. This is her brother. I forget who's the oldest, but anybody associated with B Love's Life channel just elevates and it takes off so fast. So I think I see what Nisha's trying to do. So far, it seems to be working, but people digging up this woman criminal history, like I personally don't care. It's in the past. She was younger, and like we were talking about with Crystal Carrison and just the bitterness of the divestment community. Sometimes when you get hurt, some people do crazy things. So let's see. I ought to pull it up, but none of them are. They watching from the clouds. They don't want to talk. They shy. So, but Nisha is being messy. Like she posted this on her Facebook saying sometimes you got to take a good end from an ungrateful bee. So, if I were Nisha, I wouldn't be doing all of that because Walt, over 40, I don't think he ever been married. I'm not trying to judge him for that, but what she doing is it's gonna end up blowing up in her face. So he genuinely Walt, not genuinely Walt. I'm sorry. Walt made a video about her past, basically. So hey, and then their sister Adrian Slade, she's like, I don't know if she on drugs or she mentally ill, but it's crazy. This stuff is wild. It's better than Bravo. Like some of this stuff, if you watch it, you will get enthralled with it. Like you would need Netflix, honestly. So I don't know if they read the site, but on the site, they don't play on there. They don't play. They got the girls. But I feel like this woman know Nisha. This woman knows her because she more a soliloquy dissertation on my channel. And people were commenting on her because I was like, oh, should I delete it? I just left it up there. So she came back and deleted it. But the lady Nisha beat up a woman in the grocery store. Oh no, she beat up a man in the her man in the grocery store over him cheating on her, basically. And then they just talk about her size. They so messy, but I like a little messy. That's why this messy Monday. So my Nisha gang, chilling with Walt. Y'all don't have to be shy. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm gonna put the link if y'all want to get on. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and wrap up, and then I'll put a timestamp for those people that want to specifically find the Chillin with Walt drama. So, Adrian Slade, I think she's also trying to create a lot of drama for views, but I just can't really watch her because she's just, ugh. She is a woman. Kevin Samuels would not like her behavior. She is well over 40 and she's on OnlyFans. And if I were her, I'd be trying to solidify a husband to be comfortable the rest of my days, but she's tripping. So they got this lady on the site. They got this woman. It's like Nisha. Why y'all doing Nisha like that? They got her state tax warrants. Y'all so messy for that. That she owes state taxes. They post the girl government name. Like They said she went to tech college to be a CNA. If y'all want to talk about what y'all think about Nisha, let me know. Do y'all think Nisha and Walt situation is gonna be long lasting? Is she gonna move to Nevada with him? I believe he says he's moving to Nevada soon. It just seems like wherever Walt lay his hat is his home, pretty much. So I really don't watch Adrian Slade too much. Her antics are irritating. She irritates me more than anything. So I don't know what narcotics she take, or if that's just mental illness. So they said that Walt said he didn't know anything about her past, but then she told him about the past. Wow. So I'm gonna watch that video. I'm never gonna go watch that, man. But everyone has a past. None of us have lived perfectly. I don't have a criminal past, but we all have a past. So she just acts very like the way she just is lately. She was kind of relaxed initially when they start live streaming, but now she literally stares at the camera, or I guess the comments, so she can delete the comments. I'm like, girl, it's so easy to create a new Google account and come back and comment. It don't take long at all, especially with these. Safari would generate a password for you. It's very easy to come right back, but because she didn't realize that part of YouTube. So, um, that's about it, guys. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I thank you all for joining me this evening. It was fun. Don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. I like having Messy Mondays. It's fun to kind of talk about what happened in media, YouTube, and we're gonna keep following Pink Pill, Jessica X. We're gonna keep up with their shenanigans. I don't know about Crystal Swirlz. She a bit much. Definitely keep up with Nisha, um, genuinely Nesha. So again, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time this evening. And until the next upload later, I hope you guys stay safe out there and be blessed.